What is up, everybody? It is Og here, back with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. We're not really going to be focusing on in-game play or tutorials and things like that, but rather something externally to the game that you can do to set up to make your game time easier, and you're going to be able to do a lot more things if you set this up this way. This has helped me drastically with arenas. It allowed me to get to the top level of the arenas and was a major improvement when I made this switch, and that is an MMO gaming mouse. And so we're going to be talking through exactly why it is beneficial and the specific settings that you can change on it that really can change around your key bindings and things like that. And I'm also going to be showcasing my two preferred ones that I personally use. There's a bunch of them out there that you can get, but these are the two that I use, one for my laptop, one for my desktop, that have really helped me in the game. So typically when we want to cast a blizzard, we're going to use our number 6 key, and that's going to cast a blizzard. However, when I modify my blizzards, because what I have is I have modification macros with downshifts right here. If I hold shift, that does a rank 1 blizzard, right? So this is just a simple application of using shift. You can also use control modifiers. You can also use alt automatic modifiers and everything like that. And so it could be a lot to, use control, shift, alt while trying to move around your keyboard. And you also are then using your fingers to try to manipulate those keys as well. So there's a slightly longer delay to actually reach those actions. But there is a solution. And so back when I used to be in arenas as a holy pally and everything like that, I was using, a lot of arena target macros. So it'd be cast this ability on arena target 1, arena target 2, arena target 3. And so my fingers would be going like this the entire time, all over the place. And it would take a little bit if I wanted to, let's say, use our 1 key after we did a shift T, right? This is my focus to hodge my focus target. But then if I want to go for 1, typically I would use my pinky. And so that takes a little bit to actually get up to 1. So I started thinking about it, and eventually what I did was I actually used a special modification system using my mouse so that I actually never needed to use shift, control, or alt on a keyboard ever again. And it drastically changed my experience with how I played arena and everything like that. It improved my speed in arena. It improved just my overall gameplay, and my fingers hurt less just from moving around. And so the way that we do that is I actually have 1, 2, and 3 set up to all my modifiers. So here's a max rank blizzard. You can see I lose a lot of mana. But if I hold my other modifiers, I can do that same blizzard with a rank 1 blizzard. And so here, just by holding 2, I'm not holding shift, I'm still getting that modifier. So what you do is you actually bind 1, 2, and 3 on a 12 key device to shift, control, and alt. Whichever order that you want, whichever preference you have. And then what that does is it unlocks all the shift, control, and alt modifiers you could do, all the different keybinds you could use with those buttons and everything like that. And all you have to do is just worry about your main keys on your keyboard. And so I can run around, and let's say I wanted to use Shift Z, right? To use my Robe of the Archmage. Don't have to press Shift. If I wanted to use Fire B, Shift B, etc. And so this 12 key plays a vital role in that. And this makes it a drastic difference in arenas, because if I wanted to do arena 1, 2, 3 with a stun, for example, or a polymorph, arena 1, arena 2, arena 3. And all I'd have to do is just press that 1 button on my mouse and the 1 button on my keyboard, and it allows me to have access to so many more keybinds so easily without my fingers flying across my entire keyboard. You also then obviously have another 9 keys, and so I personally use my number 4 key for blink. Accidentally turn off numlock. But if I press my number 4 key on my mouse, it's blink. That way, if I'm doing a bunch of things kind of cold, and if I'm doing arcane explosions and things like that and I need to blink, I don't need to worry about pressing Shift E to also blink while trying to do those other abilities, because I just have my numpad right there, or my numpad on my mouse right there. Hit number 4 and we're good to go. I can also target my own party members with this. And so when I was in arena, what I used to do was 10, 11, 12 was arena, my personal party, 1, 2, and 3. So it'd be like myself, my party number 2, party number 3. And I could just easily toggle between them without having to scroll or anything like that. And that leaves scroll open to despell. So all I had to do to despell was just click on that individual target member with 10, 11, or 12, and then just despell with scroll. And it was just a really, really quick despell like that. And then 7, 8, 9, I had Arena 1, Arena 2, Arena 3 for target in case I wanted to target individual arena members, making sure that I don't have to go over here to the right and click on them or fly my keys up to like F1, 2, 3 to try to target them or other things like that that people use. And so a 12 key on a side of a mouse just drastically changes the amount of keybinds you can have, the ease with which you can hit those keybinds, and really will improve your gameplay. And all you need are these 12 buttons. So now if you're using a Razer mouse, you should have this Synapse. And so if you just, do Windows key, search Razer, this is going to pop up, and this is the Synapse. If you're using a more recent Razer mouse, it's probably just going to be right here, kind of like my Razer Synapse Chroma is. You can just see it right here. You can probably click on it and edit the features within there. But if you do have a legacy device, so a Razer 2014 mouse like myself, or another kind of legacy device, you click on this and this opens up this panel. Now this is probably going to be this very similar panel to what you're going to see, but basically you can see a top view of a mouse and a side view of a mouse. So you can click here just to, go to the different keys. From here, you can edit all these different keys to do different actions. And so if you want it to be instead of scroll or click or something like that, you want it to be a mouse button 4, mouse button 5, change it right there. If you want it to be numpad 6, change it right here, right? So I have numpad 4, numpad 5, as you can see here. And here I just have 0, negative sign, and then equal sign because I just key bound those within the game to update those. But here you can see that I updated 1, 2, and 3 to Control, Shift, and Alt. So all I need to do to interact with those keys is just change those. So to rebind it, I just go into there, I hit that, hit Control, save, and now it is rebound. So you go and you rebind these, and you can actually save them for individual games too. I have this for standard WoW, for example, and you can link the program wowclassic.exe. And so by linking the program, it automatically will just work in that individual game. So if you want to play different keybinds for League or for Fortnite or anything else that you play, you can go ahead and do that as well. And you can just link it up with individual programs and have multiple different key maps that you can do that with. But I set up just one key map because that's, WoW is the main game that I play, or the other games don't really need it. And that's Control, Shift, Alt. And then you can run through and update any of the other keys as you feel necessary. So very similar to the Razer mouse, Logitech is going to have the same kind of system. And so this is Logitech's gaming software, which I'll include a link down below on how to download it. But basically it's just something you download online, and then you can go ahead and you can set up a bunch of different things, the color and everything like that. But if you go click on this little mouse and whatever this is to the side, here, you can see all the different keybinds. So all you do is just click on an individual keybind, and then you can go ahead and edit it, and you can update it to whatever you want it to be. So here, again, we have Shift, Control, and Alt. And so that is going to allow us to update them. Now this I use for my laptop primarily, and I use my Razer for my desktop primarily, just so I don't have to keep on exchanging them in and out. So I actually have both of these. That is why I have both of them. But they're really, really nice, and they allow you a lot of functionality. You can also see all the different buttons that there are to be able to have a whole slew of different actions. Auto run is really nice to actually have on these, just because you can have auto run and just have you move forward without needing to take your mouse or finger off the mouse. So the main mouse that I use is the Razer 2014 Naga mouse. Now, obviously, as I said, it's 2014, which means that it's worked for me for a really long time. I probably got it in 2014, 2015 as a Christmas present back then, but it's been working for a long time, works great. There's newer versions you can also get, but this is probably going to be on the cheaper side if it's available. Apparently right now it's not available, but it shouldn't run you as much as some of the new versions. But it's a 12 mouse side key, as we said before. Looks pretty sleek. It is wired. I definitely recommend wired so you're not running out of batteries mid-match or anything like that. But this is a great option. So the next mouse is the Logitech G600 gaming mouse. It has RGB on the side, and it can, change to a bunch of different colors, which is nice. But it is the same kind of idea. The curvature of the 12 buttons is a little bit different than the Razer Naga itself. So it definitely is a little bit of a different curvature. If you guys are interested in that, definitely make sure you know that in advance. It does kind of help you find the keys a little bit better because there's two separate spaces, but it won't add for as easy like gliding across the buttons as, the Razer might. The only issue I've had with the Razer is the scroll. The scroll has gone out on me, and for a lot of people it's also gone out, but this Logitech has never gone out on me. I've probably had this for about 3 years. But this is another really good option. It's definitely going to be, not definitely, most likely going to be cheaper than the Razer option, but it still provides you a really good MMO mouse. All right, everyone, that wraps up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please subscribe and leave a like and a comment below to let me know so. And if you guys have any other ideas for any other videos, please let me know in the comments below. Also, check out the description for the Twitch where I do all this live, and also for my Twitter and Discord where you guys can be notified of any future updates and when I'm going to go live on stream. So I'll see you guys in the next video.